Okay, and we are live. No, I wasn't doing that, Trussies. Alright.
You want to command it righteously?
No, that's all I do here.
Here, Commander.
I command righteously. That's all.
Oh, hell, the Commander! Oh, hell, the Commander!
Anyway, let's see.
The Commander!
So, we have to go. We're back in Dresden and have to go reclaim the city again because somebody had to go ahead and lose it.
Really?
Yeah, Galfrey
All
lost.
demons?
She lost Dresden.
Where is she?
I don't know. Like, I assume she went back to Canabras, but that's just a guess.
Ew.
You spelled righteously wrong. Oh, I did? Hold on. I think I can go to the channel to actually change that manually. Did I type it? I typed it up in a haste.
You are still early.
No, I kinda was on time. Oh shit! I forgot the damn H.
Previously.
Rigteously. Oh boy. Oh shit! I forgot the damn H. Oops. Gotta turn that on mute so I don't hear myself talk all the damn time.
Today is Thursday, March 10th, year 2022.
Thank you, automatic message. Would never have known that without you.
Why did he do that? What he was weird. No. Don't tell me I'm the
Alright,
sidekick.
so I say okay, and then... Alright, should be good.
Oh, fuck no.
Alright,
Don't worry.
mic is still up. Alright, let's go.
You saw that? I'm not the sidekick in the anime. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yeah, that one skit where somebody realizes when they're a side character and not the main character of an anime, go through an existential crisis. Oh wow, Hiller's the only guy here? Hiller the Pathfinder salutes you. Commander, you've risen from the dead after all, and not a minute too soon. I suppose that means I owe Anivia money now. I've never been so happy to lose a bet in my entire life. That'll teach you not to bet against the chief. Plenty have made the same mistake, and where are they now, I ask you? Thanks, Walter. You bet that I wouldn't come back? Why? Hiller looks at you guiltily and shrugs. Truth be told, Commander, I'm a practical man, and I never count on miracles. That doesn't mean I'm not happy to see you, on the contrary. I suppose a miracle you don't expect brings you the most joy, especially if it saves you from certain death. Where did the prisoners go? The Queen ordered that some be executed, and that the ones who weren't rotten to the core be given a second chance. Now they serve the Queen and the condemned, atoning for their mistakes, so to speak. The condemned is a military unit made up of petty criminals conscripted as disposable soldiers and frontline fodder in the Mendevian Crusades. So anyone I tried to spare by throwing them in prison is probably killed off by her. Time to move. Right you are, Commander. It is time for drastic measures. I can't give him his letter. Okay. Alright, what else is in here? That's...
Until it's peacetime.
How does this place get more money and loot while the city's under siege?
But they put it in. Well,
Oh.
new demons keep on putting it back in there. It's sort of, you had Rose. You're like, the commander's not here. You say nay.
I guess.
And
See,
Godfrey was supposed to say, give it up.
See, Godfrey even had the gal to I think you mean Gaul. He's saying Gal capitalized the gal to execute the halfling girl. I'm pretty sure you mean Gaul. She's not God for you. No shit. She's not God for me. I think you mean the word good. Like there's like double misspellings here. But if I read it as he's typed it, Galfrey even had the gal to execute the halfling girl. She's not God for you. It's like, I'm very well aware she is not God for me. I didn't know she had the gal to execute. I didn't know you needed a gal to execute anybody. But okay. Alright, now let's see. Can I get in here? Got heroism. Oops. No worries, misspellings happen. But what really matters right now is slaying all the...
Getting the army.
Yeah, slaying... I gotta slay all the demons and find every single person that's still alive. No. They're all running in circles. Except for me. Run right past the gold dragon. He's just gonna sit there on the bridge. Baelor Ravager, who grows in size. Well, you know what? Just Lewis is enough.
I'll fix them all on.
Profane him. Infectious rage. Spell fail. I don't know how screwed I'm supposed to be here. But I see a lot of misses coming up. And now he's shrunk in size. Oh, hold on. I can do this infinitely, so... dispel greater magic on this point here to only catch the Baelor. So a lot of misses popping up. Which surprises me, honestly, because Lewis is supposed to be able to hit off of a miss. Now he's gone. God, why are there so many misses? Windwalk hit. He has an armor class of 51. That's why.
Woo!
Okay. I should try to hit with something else here. But what should I be hitting with?
Touch attacks. And traps.
Let's see, what does Phantasmal Web do?
Just pauses people.
No, they can become nauseated if they fail the fort save. Ah, crap. If only you had Sunder Armor. I think Sunder Armor still has to land the first initial hit, though. So at one point or another, I'd still have to beat that 51 armor class. Let's see, Burning Arc.
Covenant.
And cast Let's see if her. Let's see. He's beyond dead. Okay. Cast Raise Dead on Lewis.
Tactical retreat. No.
No.
It's actually, Sunder Armor being a combat maneuver, you have to bypass the CMD, not AC. Okay.
Check this out.
Well, thanks to hitting him with the greater Dispel Magic, his armor class is now 47.
Damn.
Yes. The plan's all coming together. So now I just tell Windwog to stop using Deadly Aim. And same for Arushale, and I should actually be able to shoot for the kill.
This will leave a bruise.
Alright, yeah, they're hitting more often now. Let me see. Darren, move up and cast Heal Mass. Right here.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Says she's alright. So, we can just trust her on that. Woljif is down. Everyone seems down. Hold on. I'm going to be casting a lot more resurrections. Just to remind me, your mythic rank is 7 now, right?
This will leave a bruise.
I can actually check that right now. My mythic path. Yeah, it's 7. Yep. Right, they're actually battering on the Baylor pretty badly now. Alright.
All right.
He's going down. Alright, they took him down. Sweet.
A moral quest in me.
And after all that, he only has a longsword. A +1 longsword. This freaking final boss here causes so many resurrections and crap. And yet he's supposed to be that weak.
Yeah. It's just you're too strong.
I hate that so bad. Alright, let me see. I know I got an ability that's supposed to be able to restore all used abilities. What is that? Is it a spell? 5th level? Moral support? No, it's like second wind, I think. Second breath. I don't have the ability to cast that right now. Boy.
But you gotta take your own energy out.
I gotta go take a long rest. It's been a while since I actually did take a long rest.
Yeah, you don't have that angel battery function. The right hand of the inheritor.
Yeah, I was using him in lieu of a long rest.
True justice.
Yep. Okay. Save.
And if you took off his helmet, you would think he was a demon as well.
There's no way. You can't have. I've seen his helmet. That helmet is smooth. There's no room for horns under that thing.
Take it off!
Nah, that's a lie. Fake news. Let's see. Move to soften. Captain Selkind. I don't know where he is. I don't even know where to start looking. The Bell of Mercy, wherever that is. So I met Hilor, the One-Eyed Devil. Gotta find the Bell of Mercy and the Storyteller. Where's the Bell of Mercy supposed to be exactly?
Did you already get that done already?
In order to get it done, I need to know where to look. I don't know where to look, so I didn't get it done.
Yeah, you made the island.
Head on!
The chime and everything.
No, but I didn't put the Bell of Mercy there. I don't know where it is. And it's not like they have points of interest shown on the map. I didn't even know you retrieved that bell. Oh yeah, because it's so non-consequential. But you can get the Bell of Mercy by doing Arushale's first companion quest.
Mm-hmm.
Then you restore it as one of your mission, as one of the decrees in in the castle. All right, the storyteller should be in here somewhere. Here he is. The storyteller Alright. The storyteller turns to you calmly. Long months have passed, Commander, but even while you were away on the other plane, I could hear your brave heart beating. That sound never stopped for a second. Finian laughs. You're a lively one, Grandpa Elf. Always finding yourself in the most dangerous spots. But I'm still glad to see you, although you'd be far safer tucked up by a fire somewhere. Alright, let's see. How have things been these past 6 months? The Queen showed us nothing but respect and fair treatment. After she decided to proceed with the crusade, many of us chose to stay with the unit in order to protect the Wardstone until your return. The bell is at the temple. Thank you. It was an easier decision for me than for others. I had encountered you in the abyss, and I knew you were alive. But not everyone believed me. And then yesterday, I had a vision. I was leafing through the pages that you had collected for me, and suddenly I saw the future, not the future clamoring to be told by the page in my hand, but your future, the future of the person who first brought that page to me. In my vision, you returned from the abyss marked by new powers that wound around you like snakes. Your voice made the earth tremble. People and demons dropped to their knees, and Iomade herself extended you a helping hand. But the only thing you were concerned with was the whereabouts of the banner that Queen Galfrey had taken with her. The storyteller shakes his head. I know what I saw is difficult to believe, but I am in the habit of trusting my visions. So I hurried to the citadel to lay my hands on some of Queen Galfrey's possessions, and try to discern where she went and where your banner is now. Do you know where the Queen went? It wasn't easy. I see the Queen's future and her past as if looking through shattered glass. Multiple visions come one after another, distorting the picture. The Queen is in mortal danger, at the crossroads of her fate, and her every step may prove fatal. But I did not give up, and fortune smiled upon me. I touched her goblet and learned where she was leading her army. Her Majesty decided to march for Eyes. A bold move, one worthy of a queen who is not accustomed to hiding. My, that was indeed a bold move from my dear cousin. No doubt about it. As bold as stepping into a volcano. When you're dealt crappy cards and you can see you're cooked anyway, the only thing left to do is to go all in. Cross your fingers and hope for the best. It's still better than sitting on your butt waiting to be killed. Unfortunately, the consequences of the rash decisions of monarchs fall upon the heads of entire nations. And what's worse, they fall upon our heads, because we shall have to clean up the mess afterward. Eyes? The place sounds familiar. Can you remind me of the details? It's where cyborgs are made. Alright. Oh, eyes. Oh shit. Yeah, it's done. Alright. Oh, eyes. The city that hangs over the abyss. It once was the citadel of legendary rulers, the capital of Sarkoris, but now demons are tearing it apart, making a mockery of its former glory. 2/3 of its magnificent streets and proud towers have collapsed into the world wound, but the city still holds on, just as Sarkoris holds on, defeated but refusing to die. Alright, well, to arms. It's time for the final battle for Dresden. The storyteller nods. Yes, your arrival has changed everything. Attacked by 2 armies, we felt like a dilapidated palisade on the verge of being swept away by a giant wave. But with your return, we have become an indestructible wall that will withstand any blow.
Okay.
There's one more thing. The storyteller pauses for a while. In the shattered fragments that form her fate, I can sense your presence, and I am convinced that the Queen could sense it too. No one can say what your next encounter will lead to, but there is one thing I know for certain. Queen Galfrey's fate and yours are tightly intertwined. Perhaps that is what made the Queen write this letter for you, or to you. After I touched her goblet, I saw her hiding it in a secret compartment in the wall, and I managed to find it. I do not know what it says, but I can sense the emotions that were tearing the Queen apart while she wrote it. Galfrey's farewell letter. Louis, I don't know where you are now. Are you even still alive? I don't know what to do, but I am Queen and I must act accordingly. I don't know why I am even writing this letter. You are unlikely to ever read it. Forgive me, Galfrey. Wait. Yes, you are destined to murder each other. No!
Yes! True evil versus good!
No.
Epic battle for
no
the
one,
ages.
no one in this equation
One's
is
going
evil.
to heaven and one's going to hell.
No one's going to hell.
Close the rift.
Stop. Shut up. Alright, moving on. The storyteller ponders for a moment. I think I will be able... Let me read this first. I think I will be able to tell you about the feelings she was experiencing in that moment. If you wish, you can come to me later, when everything has settled down, and bring this letter with you. We will look into the past of this item together. Alright. What is it? What's going on? Oh, cutscene. Oh no, there are too many of them. This is useless. We're done for. Don't fall back. Hold the line. Huzzah. Oren Gofa. Or Gofta. A huge, oily Nalfishni is waiting for you with his arms folded. Here comes the commander, kids. Ha! Ha 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 ha. So, Commander, do you like what you see? You've arrived just in time to hear your friends screaming for help. They trusted you, and look what's happened to them. Do you actually think you can rescue them? Ha! Who do you think you are? You should... Oh, wait. Was I supposed to ring the bell first? Mm-hmm. Oops. Ah, well, I'll do it next playthrough. Let's see what happens. You shouldn't have angered our master, mortal. He will take away everything you have, your mind and your flesh included. You belong to him now. Who sent this army here, you beast? We all serve our master Baphomet, Lord of the Labyrinth. He promised us Dresden and your skin as a doormat. Oh. The Merilith adds with a smug grin. You'll only get Dresden, Arengafta. The skin is mine and mine alone, or only. He will look splendid in my chambers in the ineluctable prison. I'll do what the idiot Minago failed to accomplish. I'll destroy the Wardstone as you watch, little commander. And then I'll admire the despair frozen on your face forever. I'll rescue my friends. Evil. Only I have the power of life and death over these soldiers. How dare you try to steal what is mine?
Yeah!
What the fuck?
Fuck yeah!
Yo.
They are all just
Or the neutral thing. Fighters of Dresden don't give up. Like that. Alright. I'll rescue my friends. Let's go. The Naufsni bursts into laughter. I'll rescue my friends. And how exactly will you do that, you pathetic Galarian maggot? What can you do on your own without your army? Yell inspirational speeches? Oh no, I'm so scared. And then all the pathetic defenders of Dresden will be inspired and turn into an invincible force. Yes, that's usually how it goes.
And a dragon!
In fairy tales.
And a dragon!
Do you know what happens next in real life? Your friends will rot in my lord's dungeon, and their bones will join the myriad others. We'll wipe your army out, and you along with it. But I won't kill everyone. I'll lock you in a cage, then start torturing your friends. Once I'm done with them, they will come and spit in your face. They'll tell you themselves what torment you doomed them to. With a pointed yawn, the Merilith remarked casually, It's time to end this, mortal. He has nothing to surprise us with. You are just a jumped up mortal insect. You are nobody. Require legend mythic path. Yes, I am a mortal. I am the commander of the 5th Crusade. This is my city, my people, and my destiny. Or good Azada mythic path. I am the wind of change. You shouldn't have tried to stand in my way. And good requires dragon mythic path. I am a gold dragon. My heart is full of compassion, but my spirit is relentless. I will allow those who want to leave to go in peace, but those who stay I will have to destroy.
Yeah!
Alright, that one. Here we go. Power rushes through your body, almost ripping it apart. The wound on your chest bursts open in a spray of bloody droplets. The might bestowed upon you by the Abyss and Arilu Vorlesh erupts into this world, and you pay for it in purest agony. Orangofta, who just a moment ago seemed so vast, so powerful, now seems like a slow-witted bully to you. The demons and the Citadel's defenders are all just poor misled children who see no further than the tip of their own noses. Your heart fills with compassion for them. The soft glow of your scales touches them all, soothing them with its warmth, and they realize there is no need to fight anymore. Battles are pointless. Life, every moment of it, is the greatest miracle. Preserving it and revealing it each new day is what is truly important. Some of the demons hesitate for a few moments and then leave, wondering what they're doing here and why they got into this fight in the first place. But others are just too angry to retreat. You know that they are no match for a gold dragon, and their sad decision has just doomed them. Battle it is, then. Hey, you morphed into a gold dragon. Yes, I see it. Looks pretty good, too. I lost... Did I lose Ivu? No, she's still there. Ivu doesn't disappear. Okay. Gold dragon breath. And down they go. Damn. They died in cutscene. They never stood a chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
So says the dragon.
Alright. What's going on here?
Oh, that part.
An incredible silence suddenly descends over the city. It is broken by the solemn sound of fanfares that seems to come from far away, everywhere and nowhere all at once. All eyes are turned to the huge stained glass window of the city's main cathedral. It begins to glow with a soft light, and in the next breath, a lone figure steps out of the glass onto the cobblestones of Dresden.
Knight Commander, at last we meet.
There is no mistaking her. Iomade, the goddess who has deigned to descend to the world of mortals. Your companions shield their faces, unable to withstand her radiance. The surviving demons quiver. The townsfolk fall to their knees, but the deity's eyes are on you and you alone.
It's about time I get some respect.
Lawful, bend the knee, my goddess, praise be your name. Or number two. Yeah, she is. I actually chose Iomade as my deity.
Okay.
See, I greet you, light of the sword, or gods don't often descend to our world, or oh look, oh wow, look everyone, it's a goddess. Or chaotic, make an obscene gesture.
Yeah, damn!
It's like leave to your imagination what the obscene gesture is. Flip her off, I guess. Huh. Evil. Attack. Die. Oh my god. No.
Wow.
No way,
Damn.
man.
Kill a dog.
Yo, like, what if you just start picking fights with every high power being? Mephistopheles shows up. Die. Just kill him.
Yeah.
Just kill every single thing that comes along. Alright, huh. Bend the knee, my goddess. Praise be to your name.
Rise. I have not come here to receive homage. I suppose you are asking yourself why I am here. Gods must not interfere directly in the affairs of mortals. But what is happening here, in the world wound, is no longer the concern of mortals alone. And this is proof. This fortress has witnessed so many horrors and miracles. It makes me wonder how it still stands.
For a moment, the goddess diverts her eyes from your face and looks out over Dresden, surveying the chaos caused by the recent battle and the manifestation of your power.
Goodness and the light of hope are not unknown to you, but you mix them with recklessness. And the power that feeds this recklessness is dangerous.
You sound like that devil.
Yeah!
The path you chose to defend Dresden, I cannot accept it. Demons are an evil that have brought immeasurable suffering to this world, and yet you gave them a choice? When they corrupt and destroy, they do not give anyone the benefit of choice. They do not deserve mercy. Your power is great, but it will be no good for Golarion if you continue to let its enemies run free.
Well, you already killed Baphomet, so what's another god?
Yup!
Baphomet's not a god!
Yes, he is.
No, he's a demon lord in this game. In the Pathfinder mythos, Baphomet is not a god, he's like a demon lord.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a god.
With powers of such.
He's not a god.
Yes!
So it doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
Alright,
You got worship.
moving on. Let me see what else I said.
But I did not come here to reproach you, or to bewail the fate of the unfortunate defenders of Dresden. I wish to stop the forces of evil and defend Golarion, both from Dascari's violent rage and from Nocticula's insidiousness. But that is not my only goal. I have come here to restore justice, for justice is the birthright of all. That's why I hail you as a hero who has triumphed over the demons many times. At the same time, I grieve for you, as for a soul that is caught in a web of demonic deceit and villainy.
Let's see.
You're so redundant.
You're right, but what can I do about it? Or I've achieved more in my crusade than all the other crusaders achieved in 100 years. So if you think you're going to criticize me for using my power, think again. Such a heartwarming concern. Or such heartwarming concern for me. Now let's be honest. What is your real reason for coming here?
Amen to that!
And the last one is, maybe I did acquire my powers from a dubious source, but I follow my own path. Let's see. Which of these should I say?
What's your real reason?
No. That's for someone else. I think I'll be a little arrogant on this. If you think you're going to criticize me for using my power, think again.
I am not here to offer reproach. I am here to warn you. In that moment, when my poor herald was being torn apart by monsters, he found the strength to send me a message about what he had learned in the Abyss. You were in Elutionera, where you spoke with the Lady in Shadow and the Architect of the World Wound. They confessed what they had done to you, but they did not reveal the whole truth. Both you and this unfortunate world will have to pay dearly for the power that they so generously bestowed upon you. But all is not yet lost. That is why I have come.
Here you go.
The walls of Dresden shake again, and oh, come on. Right. The walls of Dresden shake again, and, with a ringing laugh, a black shadow appears before the shining goddess, Nocticula in the flesh. Standing beside her is Aurilu Vorlash, who stares at the goddess with ice-cold rage in her eyes.
Who here has been taking my name in vain? It's you, the Inheritor. What's this? Our worst fears have come to pass. The gods are flocking to Golarion. This merry little tinderbox could ignite at any moment, reducing the material plane to dust.
Even Iomade scorns you. Did you pick the right people to worship? Look, when I started the goddamn game,
Yeah!
I
you
literally
worshipped them both!
when I picked Iomade, I literally had no knowledge of Pathfinder lore outside of what I knew in Pathfinder Kingmaker. And so I figured, Iomade was a pretty decent, good god to worship as opposed to any others. I knew I was fighting demons, so I figured I'd pick her. I didn't know where this plot was gonna go.
Yo, smacked each other. Chick
So,
fight, chick fight, chick fight.
I thought I was picking the right one.
Yeah.
Now, moving on. Let's see. The succubus makes Iomade's title sound like an elegant insult.
I did not come here to fight.
Oh, really? I didn't realize you were good for anything else.
I heard that.
Forgive me, that was unfair of me. Judging by your successes over the last 100 years, fighting is not your forte. After all, the wound is still there, as far as I know. So why are you here? If you have come to meddle in my affairs, don't expect me simply to stand aside.
Man, it's like that.
Chick fight.
Yeah, there's like so many insults here.
The man's mine.
Okay,
This is mine.
wait. Good alignment. Goddess, can you banish this spawn of the abyss? Or destroy them entirely? That's good alignment. Alright, Chaotic. This party's really getting started now.
Yeah!
Who'll be next to arrive? Kate and Kylie, perhaps?
Yes! I heard that.
Evil. I don't want to listen to you, Iomade. Leave now. Or I have nothing to discuss with either of you, or I am ready to hear what you want to tell me.
Yeah.
I'll choose the chaotic option. Yeah, who'll be next?
The two of us will be more than enough. Listen to what I have to tell you. If she wishes to be present for this conversation, so much the better.
Okay.
Do you hear me, Nocticula? You and your servant are under no obligation to leave. I have come here to shed the light of truth. Let us see if you both can withstand its merciless radiance. I cannot change the flow of mortal history by force. After all, the world wound is their doing, although committed at the behest of the Abyss. But sometimes force is unnecessary, and truthful words are all it takes.
The goddess who was mortal not so long ago is eager to judge us for our sins now. My sin, to be precise. What lies behind your eagerness, proud Iomade?
I'm older than you.
Righteous wrath? Or perhaps fear? Watch out. A simple mortal woman has learned how to grant powers to others. Powers which are beyond the wildest dreams of many imperial lords. This must be stopped, forbidden, taken away immediately. After all, what need will we have for all these arrogant gods once we become their equals?
Silence. It's impolite to interrupt your elders. But you know, Inheritor, she does have a point. What are you going to do now? Break my weapon, which has made so many victories possible, and only because he received that weapon from my profane hands, and the entire affair must therefore be profane also? What real reasons do you have? Save those born of your envy, your capriciousness, and your suspicions?
My reasons are quite real, as you well know. That is why you appeared here in such haste, is it not? You have woven a delicate lace of half-truths, Nocticula. From you and your servant, the Knight Commander has learned that he is bound to the world wound, that he is slowly dying because of its influence, and that he is yet capable of closing it. But you withheld a crucial piece of information. You never told him that closing the wound won't save him from death. For this lock will destroy the key to which it is bound. The one who closes the world wound will die along with it.
Fury rings in the voice of the goddess.
That is true. I tried to tell you back in Illusionera, but I was not allowed to. It is an unavoidable consequence of this process. To stitch two planes together as I have stitched Galarian and the Abyss, the soul of a mortal must be woven with the essence of the Abyss. To undo this seam, the original soul, the key, must be ripped apart. No one could survive such a process.
Rilu's voice sounds almost indifferent. She doesn't look at the furious goddess. Her eyes are glued to you. Well, that sucks. Okay. In other words, I'll die if I don't close the wound, and I'll die if I do close it.
So I might as well close it.
It is true. Now do you see the perils of accepting a demonic gift? No matter how much power the Abyss gives you, that power will always be tainted by lies and misfortune. This is the justice I promised you. The right to know the whole truth, and not to be a plaything in the hands of abyssal spawn.
You see that already.
I mean, if anyone goes and says, I'm gonna fight against the armies of the afterlife,
Yeah.
the idea that you're going to die is kinda implied.
Yeah.
Like
all the other men in the Crusades. They died, of course. Even the Lich. Yes,
like, I mean, how many people have already said, if my life can help save the world, I'd gladly give it.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
like,
literally be that.
yeah, like, you'd have to be kind of a scumbag to say, oh, nobody told me I'd die, and then runs away.
And still do the world and die.
I was like, okay, I was kind of expecting this to happen, but this is probably because I already played games like Dragon Age, and like Mass Effect, BioWare games.
Yeah.
Where at the end of one game or the sequel, your character's going to die because you did everything you could to save the day. Usually, there might be some kind of way to get out of weasel my way out of it, but still, it's still implied I'm gonna die anyway. Alright, moving on. Nocticula, were you trying to hide this from me?
Trying, you say? I successfully hid the truth from you for as long as I deemed necessary. Are you expecting me to explain myself? My goal is to close the world wound, not to grant you a happily ever after.
That's fair. Demon smiles and shrugs. Yeah. Alright, what if I reject this power?
You will live.
You will lose everything that makes life worth living.
You will spoil a brilliant endeavor and destroy the lives of thousands of mortals who will be devoured by the legions of demons coming from the Abyss. Aside from that, you won't do anything extraordinary at all.
So I could say no to it, but then I wouldn't get to turn into a dragon. Only that cutscene would be the only time I did it. And I wouldn't be able to close the world one. Wait, what if I'm willing to sacrifice my life if it means closing the world wound?
Oh, how noble. For a brief moment, I even felt some regret that we demons are incapable of such lovely things. You see now, Inheritor? My little protege has more nobility in him than you expected. Shame on you.
Nocticula wags her slim finger at Iomade.
She's older.
Alright.
This nobility is exactly why I came here. To help the Knight Commander learn the truth, and to show him that he has been used. Besides, I do not believe that you have been acting for selfless reasons, Lady in Shadow. Honesty and nobility have never counted among your virtues. You own the main source of Nahindrian crystals, and your servant Arilu has learned how to break the laws of the universe with their help. Can it be that the ruler of darkness and mistress of assassins has not conceived a way to use this formidable gift for her own benefit?
Accusations, suspicions, all completely hollow, just like your bright-eyed pretty little head. It's a pity you inherited Eridan's sword, but not his sharp mind. I have but one goal now. To stop the armies of that lecherous billy goat and that gluttonous bug from strutting around my domain as if it were their own. I don't give a fig whether it will help mortals or hurt them.
Yo, it's fucking with my round.
Any of your enemy makes you a mutually beneficial proposition. You would have to be a complete idiot to say no.
Right. Goddess, can you help me cleanse my soul of the influence of the abyss? Or...
Arilu has planted a piece of the abyss itself in your soul. The only thing that can cleanse the soul of such a taint is that same soul. But I will be near. I will show you how to root out the demonic corruption. I am not a demon, and I do not offer any simple solutions. You will have to go your own way, no matter where it leads.
Well, now I'm finally starting to understand the rules of this game.
Yes. The power that Nahindrian crystals grant you will bring about nothing but your own demise. The branches of the Tree of Sin are vast and verdant, but its only fruit is death. You will not be able to save yourself unless you reject everything that has been foisted upon you. Now you know everything.
No, we're not quite finished with the revelations yet. Few secrets remain to be revealed, but they will be worth the wait.
Arilu's voice rings with surprising, somewhat feral delight.
Does this look familiar? Do you remember the similar wound above your own heart? I have given you enough hints. Come on, ask me the question I have been waiting for.
With a flick of the witch's wrist, something changes in her. As if a veil has fallen, one so thin that it was almost invisible, but which had clouded your vision nonetheless. Now you can see what was hidden before, a deep open wound above Arilu's heart. The wound pulsates as blood drips from it. Let's see. Why are you doing all this, Arilu? Lore. I have a lore of 1. So my requiring a nature 29 is not possible. Knowledge world 2. Can't pass a world check of 29. Okay, I guess I'll ask the question. Why are you doing all of this, Arilu?
Certainly not to curry favor with the demon lords, because frankly, I detest all overlords equally, whether they hail from heaven or the abyss.
How interesting.
Meticulous is slowly looking between you and Arilu. Well, I can't pass any of these, but I guess let's see what happens if I fail them. Your wound. Arilu's wound, without a doubt, is of magical origin. Wait, I passed? It says I need a 29. It said I had +1. How do I have a plus 23 suddenly?
Because of the stuff you already done.
What the fuck? Okay, fine, whatever. I succeeded with a +1 bonus, somehow. Alright, Arilu's wound, without a doubt, is of magical origin, and it's eerily similar to the one that nearly killed you back in Canabras. And then the +2 World 1. History tells us a lot of curious things about the World Wound's creation. Somehow I succeeded that too. I get a +29 bonus. And a nat 20.
Whoa. All right.
I don't
it's
know
about time you get
how.
20. It's
Wow.
about time it happens. He got 20.
I shouldn't have passed either of these,
20,
but
people.
okay.
It's a miracle. Save
Let's
it.
see. After it was first opened, the wound stayed unchanged for quite a long time. Only 30 years later, it grew substantially larger and mightier, instantly and just once, practically overnight. All signs indicate that this second growth was provoked by a process similar to the one that led to the wound's initial emergence. Let's see. I received my wound because you, Arilu, implanted the essence of the abyss in my soul when you expanded the world wound. My question is, why do you have a similar wound? Could it be because you used your own soul as a key when when you first opened the world wound?
Good question. Just imagine. I have wasted so much time chasing the key to the world wound, and the key was right under my nose this whole time. Rilu, my love, come over here.
Naficula looks at Arilu with fresh eyes, predatory curiosity written on her face. Arilu does not look like someone who has been cornered. Without a trace of fear, she gives you a faint nod, and then makes a barely discernible gesture with her hand, and disappears as if she were never even here.
Wait, I said wait! That little bitch. I knew she would betray me sooner or later, but I never expected such an idiotic stunt. But everything seems to be falling into place quite nicely. You see, you don't have to die after all. Arilu opened the world wound, and Arilu will be the one who closes it, whether she likes it or not. Although, someone will need to catch her first, and this will require certain powers.
Articulate smiles at you sweetly.
Yes, Arilu Vorlesh will pay for her crimes with her life. Her flight confirms that our suppositions were correct. But now we know that the world wound can be sealed with her blood. You have no reasons to remain indebted to the Abyss and indulge the Queen of the Succubi. Reject her gift and secure your victory while being the person you were before Arilu Vorlesh corrupted you. Win as a mortal and become a legend among mortals.
Now I want
She's talking rubbish. True, we gave you the power, but it was you who chose how to wield it. It belongs to you, and it will remain yours, so you can do whatever you want. But first, you must use it to close the world wound. You aren't going to catch this world's most powerful witch, and a half-demon one at that, with your bare hands, are you?
Both the goddess and the demon lord stare at you expectantly. Okay. Before I make my decision, I want to ask Iomade some questions.
Ask, and you shall have your answers.
You gained your own powers from the Starstone. How is my power any different?
My ascension was not accomplished in one day, and even the test of the Starstone was only one of its stages. I did not merely gain power. I embraced a sacred duty. Your power, on the other hand, stems not from long hours of study, not from trials. It is not the natural talent you were born with and carefully honed throughout your life. It is the result of an evil soul's deranged experiment with the blood of dead abyssal lords.
Eh?
More power.
You just mad I'm a warlock?
Yeah,
Oh no, warlocks have to at least make the deal.
you did.
Alright. You imprisoned entire hosts of angels inside the Wardstone. Why did you do that to them?
Every one of my angels volunteered for that mission. They all knew what kind of watch they were going to keep. They knew that it would be a hard and exhausting battle, but that the lives of mortals throughout Golarion would depend on it. Alas, Angels' minds can be as fragile as the minds of mortals. In less than 100 years, many wavered and wished to break the oath they had sworn. I do not blame them. I blame myself for allowing them to take on a burden that was too heavy for them.
Did you send your herald to follow me to the abyss, or did he go of his own free will?
He acted on his own noble impulse, and I did not stop him. I also did not try to dispel his misconception about you being my chosen one. I do not lie, but both celestial beings and mortals can be mistaken.
She doesn't lie, sure. She merely withholds some of the truth. For the noblest of reasons, of course.
Do you know what happened to your herald?
My herald, my loyal companion, was captured, and now demons are using him to attack Dresden. They're holding him in the Ivory Labyrinth, Baphomet's realm of the Abyss. It is a place I cannot go, not even to save my faithful friend. For doing so would start an interplanar war.
Deep grief flashes across the goddess's stern face.
Right now, as we speak, Baphomet's servants are torturing the hand of the Inheritor. Tormented and anguished, he reaches for you with his thoughts and his soul. I cannot tell if he sees you as a great unfulfilled hope or a last chance. But Baphomet knows well how to exploit such desperate yearning. He has turned my herald into a source of power to open temporary portals. They do not last long, but they lead from the dungeon where the hand of the Inheritor suffers, right to your doorstep. Baphomet does not need to lead his armies through the rifts. Now he can send them right here. As long as my poor herald remains in the hands of that monster, this will not stop. I cannot say if it is still possible to save him, or if putting him out of his misery is the only way. I cannot openly ask you to intervene. But if you decide to do so, you will be helping both yourself and the one who chose the martyr's path when he followed you into the abyss.
Ever since I acquired these powers, everyone has believed me to be Iomede's chosen. Why didn't you do anything to dispel this misunderstanding?
At first, I did not know who you were, or where your powers originated. This was revealed to me only when my herald offered up his dying prayer from the depths of the abyss. And following his desperate plea, I sought to confirm my suspicions. Until that point, I had observed you without intervening. After all, your crusade was securing victories, the first Golarion had seen in many years. So even if it was not I who had sent you into battle, it felt unfair to undermine you.
In other words, our Imperial guest had no problem with your power, as long as she didn't know where it came from. She didn't even share her suspicions with her own herald. And after all that, someone dares to claim that demons are the most deceitful creatures?
Quiet you.
You
Consider
should
how
not
old.
blame someone else if you base your accusations on vague suspicions rather than solid proof. You call my behavior deceitful. You, of all creatures, who kept the commander ignorant of the fate you had chosen for him? Indeed, the insolence of demons knows no bounds.
No.
This is a cute. This is cute. They got a cat. They got a cat fight in this game by like
Whoop her
otherworldly
ass.
beings.
She's the one demon
Did-
that can actually go to heaven and whoop ass.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight these people. I just got to be able to turn to a dragon. Let me go check out my abilities first. Alright. A demon lord stands before you. Why don't you destroy her right here and now?
I could. But then every other demon lord would decide that he or she was next and stand against me. In response to that, the Imperial Lords would take up arms. Then Hell, Heaven, and Elysium would join the conflict. a war would break out, one which mortals could not hope to survive.
Why have you decided to descend to the world of mortals at this particular moment?
As I have already said, I am here to open your eyes to Nocticula's lies and to prevent more calamities in the future. You are at a crossroads now. I will not force you to do anything, but you needed to learn the truth and have the chance to cleanse yourself.
Why did Aurilu do everything possible to lead us to the idea that she was a key too?
The impulses that drive a soul as black as hers are beyond my comprehension. Perhaps she was startled by my arrival and decided not to bother keeping a secret that was bound to be revealed. Or perhaps she is up to some cunning scheme. Be on your guard. The architect of the world wound will surely try to bring you down. For if she truly is a key, then it must mean that she will die sooner or later due to the influence of her own horrible creation. And that means that sacrificing you is her only chance of survival.
Explain to me again, how exactly can you help me cleanse myself of the influence of the Abyss?
Aurilu has planted a piece of the Abyss itself in your soul. The only thing that can cleanse the soul of such a taint is that same soul. But I will be near. I will show you how to root out the demonic corruption. I am not a demon, and I do not offer any simple solutions. You will have to go your own way, no matter where it leads.
Alright. I have no more questions.
It is time to make your decision then.
No, I have no more questions for you. Nocticula, I have some questions.
If you have questions, ask away.
Why did you try to hide the fact that you closing the world wound would kill me?
Because if I'd told you the truth, you would have refused to do it.
Yep.
But you're not angry with me, are you? After all, everything has worked out perfectly fine. We found another key. So now you can live and enjoy your life. Provided that you catch Aurilu, of course.
Now that we've decided to use Aurilu to close the world wound, do you still want me to keep the powers I acquired from her?
Of course I do. Firstly, you'll need those powers to catch Aurilu and bring her to Threshold. Surely you don't think she'll willingly fall into your hands, and the demonic hordes will politely make way for you. And secondly, the powers Aurilu gave you protect you from dying before your time. None of us want the womb to kill you prematurely. You are extremely useful to me alive. After all, if you let Aurilu slip through your fingers, we can always go back to the original plan for closing the wound.
Your plan B, yeah.
Aurilu deliberately led us to the idea that she was a key too. Why?
Apparently, she understood that her secret was about to be revealed anyway, so she decided to leave in style. What human female over 100 years old wouldn't feel flattered at being the center of attention? Although she could have other reasons. She obviously wanted us to understand everything and immediately rush off in pursuit of her. She's probably been preparing for a war of all against all for a long time. And now she wants to wage it on her own terms. Expect treachery and traps wherever you go.
Where could Aurilu have fled to?
No, let's think. She's hidden in the Abyss before. She won't dare to return there now. Not only to my realm, but to any other either. Even if Baphomet and Discari both take it upon themselves to guard Aurilu personally, that won't stop me from sneaking in, slitting her throat, and leaving undetected. And she knows that.
Nocticula taps her manicured claw on her chin.
If I were her, I would hide in a place where the powers of her enemies were uncertain, and her own power was close to unlimited. I say you should look for her here, in the World Wound.
Aren't you afraid to stand in the presence of the goddess?
Tut tut, how rude. I wouldn't say the girl is that hideous. I admit her face is far from perfect. Her body, too, to be honest. But all in all, not bad. I've seen worse.
Oh, what a bitch.
She's met gods
Alright.
already.
Articular pointedly looks Iomade up and down.
Your theatrics are too transparent to offend me, demon. At least, they can hardly offend me more than the very fact of your existence.
Oh my god. You two need a room?
Yeah, it's
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, the first when somebody just goes, it's just fuck already.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you really plan to use me to become a goddess yourself?
That is nothing but the wild speculation of a little girl who gained celestial power through no merit of her own and now fears that others may do the same, forcing her to share her place in the spotlight. Do I want to become a goddess? Of course I do. Who wouldn't? Can you help me with that? Sadly, no. Of course, Arilu used to blather on about how her brilliant invention could bake gods like pies. But between you and me, the cleverer the inventor, the larger their ego becomes. So far, she hasn't managed to create anything stronger than you. And no offense, but you're no match for any deity.
Yeah.
It's
I have no more questions.
Very well. It's time for you to make your decision then.
Hold on now. I want to ask my companions for advice. What do you think of all this?
Perhaps your power came from the abyss, but your beautiful soul has cleansed it of all evil. Don't reject this power, for you have already proved that you are worthy of it.
I enjoy feeling mythic power within me, but my life was perfectly fine before it. So it is up to you to decide.
Being around you is so much fun. The whole world is ablaze. War is raging, but even those who are on the verge of dying smile when they see you. This power is good. Perhaps it was evil before, but you have made it good. Don't throw it away.
That's 3 votes.
Damn.
Well, 2 and 1 abstain. Camilla seems like she doesn't care one way or the other.
I don't see any reason for deliberation. Your power is chaotic and capricious, and it originates from a demonic source. I doubt you can even control it. Heed the words of the goddess. Reject it. Then we will hunt down Arilu Warash and deliver the punishment she deserves.
Okay, well, that's 1 vote for no.
What the fuck?
It's not my place to gainsay the will of my goddess, but the thing is, I can sense evil. And I don't sense it in your power at all. I just don't. Whatever those horned monsters had planned for you, you definitely aren't playing by their rules.
Sela looks a little confused, but her voice is firm. Alright, so that's 1 more vote for yes. Alright.
You gave hope to the Crusaders in their darkest hour, even when all seemed lost and only despair and death lay ahead. With these powers, you have saved countless lives, and you will save more. Of course you must keep them.
Well, your opinion doesn't really matter, but okay. What? I still don't like him. Alright, moving on to the next.
Someone pinch me. We are standing in the presence of the most pompous goddess in the world, debating whether we should listen to her or send her packing along with her invaluable opinions. I will remember this moment for the rest of my life. Even as I stand in Pharasma's court, I shall tell this story to anyone who will listen.
Yo! You suck!
Yo! That's not an answer, dude!
Damn! She can't do shit, and she's talking shit.
Hold on.
Yo! A god that can't do anything.
Damn, Darren. But you're Social's brother's doppelganger. I never saw him. You can't prove nothing. Alright, moving on.
Except he's got a smile.
As for your question, by all means, tell her to go to the abyss. The power is yours, and yours alone.
Okay.
I hate it when they corner you and demand answers out of you. But fine, I'll tell you what I think.
Waldrich casts a sideways glance at Iomedae and winces.
Yeah.
With you, I've always had my freedom, Chief, so I'll speak freely. Be who you are and don't count on gifts from nobody. You gave me the same advice back in Alishanira, remember? And I've never regretted following it. Maybe you won't have the powers you had before, but do you really need somebody's permission to do what you want to do? That's what it's all about.
Experience tells me that it's wiser to trust yourself and your own abilities. You can't trust what clients tell you. One day you're a hero, the next you're working for the enemy. Sorry, but it all looks like a setup to me. First they tell you to lay down your weapons, and then, once you're unarmed, they finish you off in some back alley.
That's what she's going to do.
Hold on to the power, guy.
He say, you know this what's coming. Even the demon. And
You
I'm a
have to
demon.
fight him.
And you need to keep that power.
Okay. Next.
You know what I am about to say, Master. This power is ours, no matter where it came from and how we gained it. Only a complete idiot would reject such might. And if you consider the number of enemies you've made, then it would make you an idiot with a death wish.
Linda scoffs sardonically, as she should. Alright.
Your powers are interesting from a theoretical point of view. You are an experiment started by Arilu Vorlesh, and terminating it before it is complete would be foolish, not to mention impolite.
Keep the power.
Yeah, literally, almost everybody's saying keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it before they kill you.
Yo, hey, declaw you, then they'll just kill you.
The only person who said don't keep it is Reginald, and it's like he's been outvoted so fucking far.
Well, you already knew the hell of it was going to be like that.
Yeah, because of where it comes from. Right. I've made my decision.
I am waiting for your answer. I hope you will choose wisely.
Unfortunately for you, I will. I want to be a dragon. This is a very wise decision.
Quite right. Make your choice, and make it the right one.
I want to be a dragon. What? Hold on. I didn't click anything yet. What are you doing?
What?
He's just flowing with power.
Again?
Yeah.
You get some dragons now?
Oh, it's revamping. All right. Choosing the mythic path. You need to choose which mythic path you are going to follow. This choice will greatly affect the following events. However, no matter what your reasons for choosing one of the paths are, be it powers or aesthetic preferences, remember there are no wrong choices. Except for my choices. No.
It's about time!
And I still can't choose the angel path, the demon path, or the lich path, or the trickster path, or any of the other, or the three other paths. What are the three paths I locked? Aeon, Swarm, and what else?
The devil.
Oh yeah, the devil. Thank you. Let's see here. Your soul got stronger, making your whole existence a miracle. You get new powers that can ascend beyond the limits of mortals. What's legend look like? I just lose the special effects of the butterflies. One doesn't need to be a mythic creature, an otherworldly being, or a deity's chosen to become a hero. This path may be grueling and full of temptation, but the mortal who treads it fully earns the right to call themselves a true legend. Oh, yeah, I missed the devil path. I remember that. Oh, wait. Yeah. I told the guy no, basically. I would have had to have been nicer to him when I found him, I think. Moving on. Azada. With the butterflies. A rebel and a fighter for freedom and good. The Azada acts on instinct and trust in spontaneous decisions. The Azada easily befriends those who don't fit in the neat ranks of the official crusade, and does not issue commands but rather inspires allies to fight. And then the Gold Dragon. There's no special effects that I'm seeing. Oh well.
You wouldn't get any.
Azada, it says I get mythic feat and superpowers. Legend doesn't say squat.
Yeah.
And Gold Dragon. It says mythic abilities, Gold Dragon Breath, Gold Dragon Form, Perfect Body. I can have a perfect body. You don't need to go to the gym and train yourself and worry about and watch what you eat. You just need to call yourself a Gold Dragon. You get the perfect body. You're not ripped, you're not toned, you're a sculpted. Sure.
Can't get fat.
Alright. The Gold Dragon is a mighty, almost omnipotent creature that possesses powers beyond all others. The Gold Dragon is the embodiment of goodness, hope, and redemption. Gold Dragon Breath. You gain the ability to breathe holy energy, attacking all enemies in a 50-foot cone, dealing character level plus mythic rank D8 holy damage. So it would be 17 plus my mythic rank would be 8 now. So 25 D8 holy damage. And then it's a reflex save. DC is 10 plus character level plus half mythic rank, which is still ridiculously high. Any enemies hit by the breath attack also gains a -1 penalty on all D20 rolls, while all enemies who fail the reflex save gain a -2 penalty. Okay. Well, the human form of the metallic dragons is based on transmutation, so I guess your dragon form becomes your true form. Oh. Okay, sure. I won't argue with that. That sounds neat. Gold dragon form. You can assume the form of a gold dragon. You gain the following abilities. A +10 size bonus to strength, +8 size bonus to constitution, and +8 bonus form natural armor bonus. Blind sense 60 feet. You also gain 1 bite, 2d8, 2 claws, 2d6, 2 wing attacks, 1d8, and 1 tail slap attack, 2d6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 attacks a single round before applying base attack bonus. Alright, neat. Perfect Body. The Gold Dragon gains immunity to poison, disease, fear, confusion, paralysis, and sleep. He also gains resistance to all energies equal to his character level plus half his mythic rank. Oh my god, that's so busted. Okay. If any of your saving throws bonuses before modifiers is less than 5 plus your mythic rank. So if any bonus are less than 13, you gain a bonus up to that number. Alright. If any of your attributes before modifiers is less than 14, you gain a bonus up to that number. Your highest ability score gets a +4 bonus. All your hit dice are now D12s. Any spells... Alright, any spells dealing damage now change their dice to d6. If it was not d6 or greater. If it was d6 or greater, the spell instead hit +1 bonus to damage per die. All your weapons count as +5 weapons. Beautiful. It's a long time coming, but I now have the power I so richly deserve. Goodbye, Ivu. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're revamping.
Yeah, she's gone. I'm pretty sure. Wait, I still have the Summon Azada. No, all these are gone.
No, because you're revamping.
No, I have the Mythical Beast ability.
No.
What the hell? I'm gonna have to change
that.
something. Alright.
Revamping, right?
Yeah. Alright, what should I grab?
Got to track. Go against the track. Got to blow.
Improve critical. Yeah, I'm going. That's right. I'm gonna have to revamp everything. All right. Let's see. In the meantime, Sorcerer's Reflex. If you can cast a spell after no. Earn extra mythic ability. Yeah, it's just a. I don't know. Dodge. You can't go wrong with dodge. Flawless attacks. Huh. You only suffer a -4 penalty on iterative attacks instead of a -5. I guess that? Improve critical longsword. I don't know. And I guess I'll just get the dodge mythic bonus. Moving on. Wait, no, back. Power attack. Let's see. Yeah, the power attack bonus. Moving on. Gold Dragon Breath, Power, Perfect Body. Alright. Complete. The choice is made. All you have to do is announce it to everyone. Requires Aeon Mythic Path, Angel Mythic Path, Azada Mythic Path, Demon Mythic Path, Lich Mythic Path, Trickster Mythic Path. But I have the Dragon Mythic Path. I thank you both for your wise words, but take a closer look at me, and you'll understand that I don't need it. A golden glow engulfs you. Metal scales appear on your knuckles. Fire erupts from your nostrils. With a shriek, Nocticulus shields her eyes. Even Iomade squints a little as she looks at you.
An unexpected twist, and I cannot say it fills me with hope.
What is that? Where did it come from?
So, this is the path you have chosen? Well, I accept your choice with respect. It will not be easy for you, guardian of mortals. Do not expect any gratitude from those you save, and your loved ones will have to pay for every one of your failures. But if you can handle the burden that you have just taken on, then perhaps one day you will understand how I feel. And then we will meet again. And now I bid you farewell.
Oh wait, I just realized. Maybe the wings were supposed to be the mythic path, but since I already chose the Dragonair Scion, I already had the wings. So it doesn't show any different. Would it look freaky if you had a gold dragon with 4 wings? Like, is there a way to make a design with a 4-winged dragon that would actually look cool?
I guess so. Since there's 8, 6, and 12.
I mean, that look like regular dragon wings, like not like you're making a mecha, like having laser beams behind your back. This frame rate. But this was a long time coming. All right. Looks like things have gone back to somewhat normal.
Did you talk with your mentor?
No, it's panning out over all of Dresden. Oh, and there I am, the gold dragon. At least I'm assuming that's me. Oh, there's Ivu. She's tiny again. Okay. Ivu's little face is a picture of sadness, and her tail trembles slightly, probably due to anxiety. Look what happened! I'm small again! There's almost no magic left in me. That's all because it was all coming from you. But of course, I'm not at all angry with you for giving up your Azada power. And the others aren't angry either. Even if they can no longer be free crusaders, our island no longer flies, no more magical things happen there. It's so sad. I have to go back to Elysium now. But we'll stay friends, won't we?
Yes.
We're not just friends. Someday we'll be a real dragon family.
Alright!
Let's see.
That's even more beautiful. But you can always go to their room.
Yeah, I'll say that. Of course, I just need to grow a little bigger. 100 more years, maybe 200, and I'll fly back to you. Or maybe you'll come to me. And we'll fly around together and do all sorts of exciting things. Ivu can't help but turn misty-eyed and sniffle. I'll miss you so much. I would stay, but without your power, I'm a regular little dragon again. The first demon we meet would gobble me up in one bite. But we'll meet again, you'll see. Bye. See you. I'll definitely, absolutely see you someday. She gone.
Yay!
Alright.
That was on the path of the
Anivia waves to you. Commander, we won. We did it. The demons just folded and fled. All hail the great gold dragon. Ah, I wish Arabeth could have seen it. She's missed out on so many incredible things. The dragon, Iomade. She won't believe me when I tell her. But you being a dragon is so weird.
Yeah.
I remember you back when you were normal.
Yeah.
Alright. What's with all the excitement? I'm just doing what I can. Nivea laughs. Uh-huh, sure. But what you can do is turn into an awesome dragon. But it's more than just that. When I saw the demons just leaving one after another without hurting nobody, I wondered if this is how things could always be. If they all just took themselves back to the abyss without harming any of our side, nobody would be sad to see the back of this war. The Great Gold Dragon. I like the sound of that. Nivea winks. I bet you do. But don't go getting big-headed now. You're not a full dragon yet, right? You're just able to do all these amazing things. When you become a full-fledged dragon and you take me for a ride, that's when I'll call you the Great Gold Dragon all the time. 'Cause it'll be true. Everything is going to be fine. Dresden is safe and I'll make sure it stays that way. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna look after the city too, that's what. Don't go thinking you're alone in this. We ain't gonna kick back and relax just because you can make miracles happen. What's the situation at the front? Unknown. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the sword of valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking eyes even now. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons. We don't know. And I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere, the Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units and then closing the portal before we can get to them. We lost more scouts than I'd care to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get to one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when one opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. Right. Wait, does that mean no more murder hoboing? No more murder hoboing. I never murder hobo. Those slavers had it coming. That wasn't murder hoboing. That was justice.
No redemption for you.
Yeah, there's no redemption for them.
Or lose the power.
Alright. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. As you just heard, I have to catch Arilu. Any idea where I should look for her? Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that avenue's closed to her. Nocticula and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here in the wound. Some nasty little place like Eyes, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. An entire army of demons enhanced by Nahindrian crystals was being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Mutasafin. Do you know anything about that? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian holy place there, I heard. But where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure. At least not yet. Thank you for the report. I'll be setting off without delay. Commander, go forth boldly, have no fear. But just make sure you don't get carried away out there. People have already heard stories of you making fools of the demons. Folks are gonna come here for sure. So come back as soon as, and together we'll all march against the enemy in the final battle. That is, if they don't change their minds after hearing your speeches.
Yeah.
And you're gonna help the queen. Well, Erebeth's with her. I've seen how you protect your own. Protect her as well. Please. She's good. She deserves your goodwill. Don't forget. Ah, yes. You have not yet seen the most troubling result of Galfrey's rule. What do you mean? Whatever. Regil looks slightly more tense than usual. Should I spoil you, or would you rather have the surprise? I'll have the surprise. Regil looks slightly more tense than usual. Lewis, I have fairly important news. I will do my best to be brief. The Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. The very notion that we have been cooperating with a weapon forged by Arilu Vorlesh and Nocticula has caused discontent. The orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue before the orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance.
Okay.
How could you even think that reporting this to the order would be a good idea? No, I know the answer to that. What kind of reaction should I expect from the Hell Knights? Any. Up to and including a formal declaration of war.
Okay.
Which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. I mean, I know the answer, but I'll ask. How could you even think of reporting this would be a good idea? Because it's my job. Do you really think I could withhold this information from my superiors? Do not degrade me or yourself with such a ridiculous suggestion. Yeah. Very well. I will go there as soon as possible. Excellent. That is all I had to report. So I will return to my duties, and you may attend to your other affairs. Next. Arushale. Lewis. The succubus gazes at you despondently. She always speaks quietly, but now her voice is a barely audible whisper. In my dream, a fire destroyed almost everything. The only thing that survived was a table. I've returned to my dream world so many times, the nightmare still lurks there. But I want to understand why this table is so important. Why did it survive the fire? I can't figure out what makes it special. It looks like a simple piece of furniture. It just stands there. What is it supposed to mean? What am I doing wrong? Is your nightmare still attacking you? Not openly. It still lurks in the shadows, gnawing at my soul from within. It never leaves me alone, but it hasn't tried to fight me again. Would you like to enter your dream again? I don't think that will help. We've already been there together, and no, there must be something else. I must look at it from a different side. But how do you find the other side of a dream? The other side of a dream is called reality. Perhaps this table represents something that you are supposed to do in real life? You might be right. Arushale brightens considerably. But what exactly should I do? Find a table? Buy one? Perhaps I should learn the craft of a carpenter and make one myself? So many possibilities, and I don't even know where to begin. Her excitement gives way to dismay. Perhaps Desna can help you solve this riddle? But she was the one who asked me to solve it. I don't think she's going to tell me the answer. I must find it myself. But how? Where did this table come from? Where did it come from? Arushale considers your question. She taps her lips thoughtfully. Oh, I remember now. There was a loaf of bread on that table. That was Anivia's dream. Remember? She said she wanted to learn how to bake. The bread went up in flames along with all the other fragments of her dream, but the table remained. If this table came from Anivia's dream, perhaps you should talk to her. I've been living among mortals for a while now, but there's still so much I don't understand about your kind. How you live, what you dream about. You're right, we should ask Anivia. It is part of her dream, after all. That's a good idea, but the succubus shifts from foot to foot reluctantly. Could you please talk to her instead? I don't even know how to begin a conversation like this. It is so personal. Please ask her, and I will stay nearby. I can't do it. You do it. Really.
Well, you are the commander.
The Ulter Hawkblade. Commander, the Inquisitor greets you with a bow. I am sincerely gladdened by your return, and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It is a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line. I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your crusaders, and perhaps I will still have a chance to do so. But before that happens, we must address another issue. I suppose you have already guessed what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at Count Arende's estate. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit for an unknown entity, which I call the Other. I retreated to Neurosian, and then went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mention of such entities and ways to fight them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I am ready to tell you about it. Okay, why did your search take so long? Because we are dealing with a rare phenomenon, a true anomaly. The Mendev Inquisition has amassed substantial experience in fighting demons, but here we are up against something completely different. I had to trawl through our archives searching for cases that seemed in any way similar. I sent inquiries to friendly temples and reached out beyond our nation's borders to experts on the unknown. It was dull and painstaking work, but it was necessary. So what have you learned about the Other? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity. The most curious part is that all these cases appear almost sequential. They happened in various corners of Golarion, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateway on occasion. While I do not know what this entity is, I managed to find something of great value. A Varisian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the Other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found. But her notes survived, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I am inclined to consider this a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it. But to do that, I'll need your assistance, Commander. What do we need to do? We must carefully prepare the ritual, and then bring Count Arende to the designated location. The ritual will lure out the other, weaken its connection with the Count, and bind its existence to our world like an anchor. The last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the other can freely travel between the material plane and some unknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bind the other with the ritual, it will either escape or, in the worst case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence we must lure it out, and then, I suppose, defeat it. There is one more issue, aside from the fact that we'll have to fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature. The other's suspicion must not be aroused until the very last moment. And this means that the Count must know nothing as well. The best course of action would be to take the Count to the designated location without telling him the reason for the journey. Then we must frighten him and make it appear that his life is in danger. The other will believe that its gateway is in peril, and then, I hope, it will show up to protect it. The ritual circle will work as a trap, but it is crucial, and I stress this, that we convince the entity that we know nothing of its existence, that it is Dayron who is in danger, not the entity itself. Otherwise, there is no knowing what may happen, and I don't want to give the adversary any chance to outmaneuver us. Why do you think the other will appear to protect Dayron? The Count has been in danger many times before, and nothing special has ever happened. You have a special connection with your companions, Commander. You shared part of your mythic powers with them. They journeyed through the abyss with you and survived to tell the tale. I believe the other understands this. It also must understand how dangerous it would be if you were to become not a benefactor but an enemy to its gateway. I am certain that it will react to a threat coming from you, as opposed to ordinary encounters with demons and cultists. How dangerous is it? It is extremely dangerous, which is why I have come to you with this. All of the evidence I have collected on the other, in particular, the list of its victims, which include powerful demons and strong mortal mages, make me certain that we are dealing with something extraordinary here. It is stronger and more dangerous than Baelor's and other generals of the Abyss. I also suspect that the oracle powers the Count has developed come from the other. As a rule, only gods, imperial lords, and other extremely powerful beings are capable of granting such abilities. I know no one except for you who could challenge such an entity. So I am asking you to help, for the safety of all who dwell on Golarion. However, I believe that we can shore up our strategic position if the other doesn't suspect we're preparing a trap until the very last moment. Even the most dangerous of creatures become more vulnerable when caught off guard. The main thing we must do is to take a methodical approach and stay alert. I think that it is within our abilities. Alright? Are you sure that this other is hostile toward us? In all this time, it has never tried to attack me. I am certain that this entity is dark and truly evil. The evidence and my instincts as an inquisitor are undeniable. Wherever the other manifests itself, strange and ominous things begin to happen. In particular, I am positive that it is responsible for all the magically decapitated corpses. The ones that were found at Heaven's Edge after the tragedy, and in Canabris after Discari's attack. In both places, some of the corpses belonged to civilians and others to demons, and in Canabris, some of the victims were cultists. I am convinced that the other is pursuing some interest of its own, and thus and thus far it has ruthlessly exterminated any who learn of its existence. And now you and I know that it exists. Draw your own conclusions. If Daron is the gateway, can't we just slam this gateway shut and leave the other on the other side? We can, by killing the Count, the Inquisitor answers simply. But firstly, I am not sure that the other won't try to protect its gateway. And in that case, we would have to face it unprepared. And secondly, I am opposed to the idea in principle. Sometimes Inquisitors must make hard decisions. I have made a great many in my lifetime. For instance, I can kill a person possessed by demons, if he or she is at imminent risk of taking many lives, and I have no time to perform an exorcism. But in this instance, the situation is not so critical. We have a way of fighting the other. I will not agree to commit cold-blooded murder, not even the murder of someone as disgraceful as Count Arende. Okay. I'll help you.
I got standards, Timmy.
Thank you. Now let's go over the entire operation once more. I am convinced that we must lure out the other somewhere far from Dresden and other populated places, to avoid civilian casualties. I have chosen a suitable location within the World Wound. I'll mark it on your map. You must bring the Count there without alerting him to what's about to happen. I assume that another foray into the World Wound will hardly raise his suspicions. Trap for the other has been revealed. I will await you there, with the ritual circle prepared. But before we reach the crucial moment, you must make the Count and the other believe that the Count is in danger. I suppose the easiest way to do that would be to tell him that you made a deal with the Mendev Inquisition, and the Count will have to face punishment for his crimes, real or imaginary. I'll find a way to intimidate him, but you must play along. We need to provoke the other to come out to protect its gateway. That's when we finish it off once and for all. This case will be my greatest triumph or my greatest failure. But I firmly believe that it must be done. Remember my words. The other must be convinced that we are not a threat to the Count, and that we know nothing of its existence. The slightest suspicion could prove fatal for us. Until we meet again, Commander, and may the gods be with us. And who else wants to talk? Melissa. Commander. Let's see, Melissa. A fisherwoman from the city or from the village of Chili Creek, Markhill's sister. You look up and see Melissa, the green-eyed fisherman from the village of Chili Creek. Her hair is a mess, and her face and clothes are covered in soot. It looks as though she traveled here in a hurry, and met with a few dangers along the way. Help! Please help me. He's gone crazy. He will kill him. Calm down. What happened? Do you remember Jernalg, the cleric who came to our village a year ago? The locals weren't very welcoming to him back then. After all, he was a stranger who was preaching about a strange new god. But little by little, he became one of us. He went fishing alongside us, and he told people stories about the crusade. He told us about meeting you and seeing the Queen. And the songs he used to sing, they just made you want to stop and listen. Well, eventually, the fisherwoman looks down. We became very close. We started to plan a wedding. My brother didn't seem to mind at first, but after we got married, well, that's when he lost it. He became violent. He threatened to hurt us. I tried to talk to him, but Melissa shakes her head sadly. We even thought about leaving the village, but when my brother found out, he lost his mind completely. Markhill is strong. and no one else in the village dares to challenge him. It was a miracle that I managed to escape, but my husband is still there. He didn't make it out of the village. I don't know what's happened to him. Please help us.
Very well.
What caused this change in Markill's behavior? Nalessa looks away and replies softly, Markill, he really honors the village traditions. We've been worshipping the river for many generations. He was not keen on having the cleric of a foreign god in the village, but he was willing to tolerate Jernog's presence for a while. However, my relations with Jernog really disappointed Marco, especially when he discovered that I had begun to worship Erastil too. That'll do it. How did you get here? By some miracle, I guess. Everything is on fire out there, and all those monsters. But never mind me. I managed to survive. I made it here in one piece. But I am in serious trouble, and I have no one I can turn to for aid. Please help me. You're my only hope. Let's see. I don't have time to solve family squabbles in some rural, out-of-the-way village. Don't you know that I'm in the middle of a war? Now get lost. No.
Damn.
Alright, I'll help you. Thank you. I'll head back to the village. I'll do my best to keep him from flying into a rage. But please hurry. I'm afraid he might do something terrible. Okay. And that's everything. My character is understandably fatigued. But I have done it. I have achieved the status of a golden dragon. Save indeed. Alright. Thanks to everyone who stopped by tonight. I will be back on tomorrow for more Wrath of the Righteous. And until then, take care.
What's the church golden dragon?
Oh yeah, I guess I should start saying this more often. Please be sure to follow me and all my in my channel for more of this, I guess. All right. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You're not gonna check up on your armies? Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? Manage crusade affairs. I'll do that before I turn off.
Yeah. Nobody's here. Nobody. Yep, even the Zars are gone. Jesters are gone. You got Orthids are gone. The cyborgs are gone.
I'm sure it's fine.
Barbarians.
What do we got? What do we got?
Shielders.
Raising heroes. An army of thieves wishes to join the crusade. Among the crusaders, they cannot let go of their dishonorable habits and become true heroes. The rogues that have joined the crusade have renounced the path of crime and become true crusaders. 6 paladins and 8 marksmen are recruited. Alright. Let's see. Report. A rough-looking pathfinder with an inconspicuous face appears out of nowhere. He raises his hands, indicating that he comes in peace. He hands you a letter. Commander, I request an urgent meeting. My situation is desperate. Only your intervention can save my daughter and me. You can find me in the usual place, since a disability prevents me from coming to you. I'm counting on you. Venture Captain Hillor. Okay. Inquisition later seeks a meeting with the commander. Well, I just met him. Let's see. Yeah, about the other. Alright. So what am I supposed to be looking? Let's see. We got heart reports. The Galarian slaves rescued by the commander and Illusionaire are infinitely grateful, and they are ready to get even with the demons with weapons in hand. Reports. Thanks to the power of the Wardstone residing in Dresden, the demon siege was much less bloody than it could have been. Enough soldiers survived in the citadel to form a fighting detachment that is now awaiting the commander's orders. Oh, that's good. Heartblood. A scouting party has discovered a blood spring that heals wounds and can even save those who are terminally ill. The healers are asking for permission to use this blood in the making of healing potions, but there are numerous accounts that those healed by the waters of this spring have become more hateful and ruthless. Permit the practice, all units gain the tough feat. Refuse the request, crusade morale increases by 25. Let's see, I didn't choose the path of the Aeon, so I can't choose that. Let's see. Make weak fighters drink the blood. Evil unlocks the blood potion decree.
Let's say it becomes
Hold on.
raging.
What is the tough feat? +2 to saving throws against disease and poison. I can live without that. This seems so sketchy. Refuse the request. Despite its useful qualities, the blood spring frightened the soldiers. The knowledge that they will not be forced to drink blood potions has lifted the spirits of many. Alright. What we got? We've got 7 new decrees, along with all the old ones. Defenders of Freedom. Oh yeah, the recruiting the Azadas. Alright. Studying the unusual crystal. The crystal the commander came upon holds many mysteries. Experts on magic and relics may be able to shed some light on some of them. Yeah, issue a decree. Or decree. Royal conscription. Right. It's a leadership thing, so let me see what. Is there anything else? Glory to the heroes. Increases crusade morale a bit. What else we got? Strengthening the diplomatic connections. Yeah, I should do that. That's just one of the main stats. The fate of the remnants of the colorless one. Oh, right. Relic stuff. Transforming the soldiers into the warriors as a device. I've already done this. I guess I can finally get more. Will become available again in 45 days. Damn, I must have been rushing through this game. Only now I finally have that. All right. Let's see what else is there. Let's see. The fighting. Oh shit! What is this? Brass dragons, bronze dragons, copper dragons. Whoa, shit. Okay, I get an army of dragons. All right, what do I got? I got 46 shield bearers and some rangers. Wait, where's my commanders? My generals. Got some champions and some marksmen. Some paladins and some more marksmen. And then a detachment of dragons. Something's missing. I think I have more armies than this.
Exactly. You got to start over.
Galfrey, what did you do?
Yeah, you lost.
Gone. All gone.
Yeah, you got to start over.
I guess that was the spoiler you wanted to reveal, eh? Ooh, boy. I can recruit hardened veterans. I can recruit church guard. Oh, no, I can recruit hardened veterans eventually. Oh, man. Raiders. Foreigners. Rangers. Oh, this sucks. What did you do, Galfrey? What did you do? Why did you do this?
When it all went to hell, they left.
Alright, so I was not expecting the dragons though. As it should be. All right, let's see. Assign a general. I still have my generals, so I don't have to buy new generals. They stay loyal.
Say, I'm not. Hey, you're not my commander. You can take them. You have it right. But
So,
the commander hired me.
Let's see. This guy's got Master of Maneuvers 3, so I'll have Setsuna tell the dragons what to do. How do I do that? Dragon Treasure. The general provides a +4 bonus to combat morale for all units in their army for every 20,000 finance points, 2,000 material points, and 800 energy points available in the treasury. That money is power. Why not? But how do I tell them to? How do I tell them to go?
You're not ready.
Oh wait, can I not tell them to work for him?
You gotta get enough.
Assign a general. I guess I can't. Maybe I can't tell them to work for the dragons.
Okay.
Let me see about these other forces. Let's see here.
Hell Knights have abandoned you.
Yep, all the Hell Knights have abandoned me. I don't really want to work with the Shield Bearers, if I can help it.
Okay. So you need that.
Yep. Let's see. You take. So I'll have all the marksmen go over here. Alright, can I assign a general to you? No. Alright, what am I supposed to... Maybe I just don't know what to click here. Recruit a new general. No, I don't need to recruit any new generals. I just need to give them the old ones. What do I click for this?
Where are you, general?
Maybe I have to do this on the world map? That's probably the case. Alright, well, we'll troubleshoot that later. Meantime, save. Again, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Be back tomorrow. And until then, take care.